Hello, JPU family. Welcome to another episode. Guys, yesterday was a very eventful day all across Jamaica on the political scene. Here, you're looking at the Jamaica Labour Party in Hanover, and boy, was it electrifying. They were showing their party workers some appreciation, awarding them, and guys, them also bring across more PNP to join the JLP. I am going to have one of them as a guest tonight on the program. You also had the PNP and the JLP in the same constituency of East Central St. Andrew.
Comrades! The next Prime Minister is in the arena right here at Norman Washington Manley High School, built by PNP. This is where we're going to let them know we can stand.
March, we are march.
Hey.
Now we are marching.
By the way, big up Norman Manley High School and all Manleyites. This is the high school that I attended, the last school that I attended before migrating to the United States. I've always said that this school was underrated because the quality education was great. Anyway, so as you can see, the PNP them out here, Dennis Garden is going to be running to replace Dr. Peter Phillips. You know, when I look at this conference that the PNP had and this meeting here, it come like more a stage show to me because there was more emphasis on the music and, you know, just the whole vibe. The person hosting the meeting fell into this role of selector and music and boy, come like a real meeting to me that has to do with issues of national concerns and so on and so forth. It was definitely more about Mark Golding and the music and showing word pan labor rights. But me want to know if you hear this a speech by Rhoda Crawford. Be sure to watch till the end. She caught Bunting, and when you look at Dr. Phillips pick up stray bullets. Guys, let's listen and I'll come back.
To be in your lovely constituency. And of course, I bring you greetings from the giant slain laborites of Manchester Central. Laborites, I want you to understand that this upcoming election is a very serious election. Jamaica is at a crossroad and we have two choices. The choice between the Jamaica Labour Party, the builders, or the PNP, the bulldozers. Because every single time that the Jamaica Labour Party is in government, we move Jamaica forward. And every single time the PNP is in charge of Jamaica, they mash up with country. They cannot be called anything else except bulldozers.
Labor
Laborites, I am here because I believe in Davion. In 2020, people thought I was committing political suicide. They thought I couldn't defeat Peter Bunting. But the people in Manchester Central believed with me. They believed in me. And we defeated Peter Bunting by more than 1,000 votes. I am telling you, I have known Davion for 19 years. He was a part of G2K since 2006. Davion is a hard worker. Davion is committed. And if you give him the chance to lead you, I know that in less than 4 years, you will see transformation in this constituency like you have never seen before. Laborites, I want you to listen to this point carefully. I don't have to take up too much of your time. It is undisputed. We have the best prime minister in the region. It is undisputed. We have the best ministers of government in the region. But I want you to look at something closely for me. Hold on the noise because I want you to listen. In 2020, under the guidance of political leader Andrew Holness and deputy leader like Desmond McKenzie and general secretary, they identified some young people and they put us in some constituencies that the PNP held for 30 odd years and 40 odd years. They told us, lead by our example. And we went into those constituencies. And when you look at the work I'm doing in Manchester, when you look at what Nesta is doing, when you look at what Big Rob is doing, when you look at what Donovan Williams is doing, what you look at what Tova Hamilton is doing, when you look at what Tamika Davis is doing, when you look at what Delroy Slowly is doing, and I could go on and on, what we have done is to show Jamaica that when you have serious people, committed people, we can transform lives and we can transform constituencies. Deputy Leader, I'm begging you 2 minutes because I have to go there. Labor rights. Labor rights. Over the last 4 years, you have a member of parliament who was opposition leader, Minister of National Security, and if he has been to the parliament 30 times for the 4 years, that would be enough. And I'm not knocking sickness, because the other day I was admitted in the hospital because my appendix had to be removed. Before I could come back out on the road, hold on, listen good. I lay down up in the Yui hospital. After I come out, I had to lie down at home for another 2 weeks. And when my sick leave was up, I got back in the constituency and I got back in parliament. Now we here say the MP for this constituency is ill, so we never trouble him. But the problem I have is that the other day in the boiling sun, I saw him demonstrating. And my point is, if you're well enough to go to demonstration, you are well enough to come to the house on behalf of the people. So I'm not saying nothing more than that. The only thing I have to say, I am appealing to you. I am begging you. We are not to get comfortable in this country to the point that you have MPs, and because they're in safe constituencies, they don't have to do no work, and it is almost guaranteed that they will go back to Garden House. And you have some of us who have to work very hard to get back to Garden House. We have to get to the place where the political parties, even in strong constituencies that are safe havens, if we don't have a member of parliament who is not performing, make the party remove them and put in somebody who is willing to do the work. Labor rights. Labor rights. On election day, whenever the election is called, the numbers are here. So I beg you, get up early, go with confidence, and elect Davian Vassell as the Member of Parliament for East Central St. Catherine. I know that the people of Manchester Central will be returning me to Garden House with a greater majority. And I expect to see Davian Vassell walking down Duke Street. Labor rights, when you go from here, remember, when you see the people in the street, remind them that a vote for the Jamaica Labour Party is a vote for Jamaica. We choose Jamaica. Show a labor rights.
Choose Jamaica.
Yes, guys, so as you can see, people are very satisfied and moved by that speech that Rhoda gave. Is Rhoda a good speaker? Absolutely. She's probably the best female speaker on the Jamaica Labour Party side. She brings a lot of passion in her speeches. She holds your attention. You know, she's just a very good speaker. But here's the problem now, because uno know se me be fear and me talk it as it is. She can also be extreme in her speeches, and that to me is a turn off. This speech that Rhoda gave right here, this is by far her best speech on the political platform ever, okay? And everything that she has said here, I agree with. She licked every point. The only thing what I don't agree with her with is when she went extreme here.
And every single time the PNP is in charge of Jamaica, they mash up with country.
You see, if you want me to tune you out as somebody who pay attention to politics, if you want me to tune you out, start saying some things that we know to be extreme. I don't like that. It's not true that every time the PNP is in power, they mash up the country. To me, and that this is just the truth, during the PJ era, one of the worst times in Jamaica, did PJ do one and two things that were good? Yes. Did PJ cause some catastrophe? Yes. Operation Pride, Finsack, madness, right? Did Portia Simpson Miller come in and do some good things? Yes. Portia Simpson Miller neglected a lot of things. I wouldn't say her personally, but her administration neglected and were just lackadaisical about a lot of things, including crime. But when times it come on to the economy, they did good. So to say that the PNP every time they come in power, they mash up the country is not true. But there are members and elements of the PNP who are destructive. I can name them out. I have been naming them out. Peter Bunting, Mark Golden, Dayton Campbell, and those people. They're trying to lead the country, and that's not a good thing. I'm sure that with the Jamaica Labour Party in office, they have made some mistakes too. You know, we can go on and debate about who made the worst mistake or how bad of a mistake it was, or the intention when the mistakes were made, or the neglect, you know. But I do not like to hear people come on the political platform and speak extreme or tribal. You lose me when you do them something there.
They cannot be called anything else except bulldozers.
Extreme Rhoda, extreme. I don't know how old Rhoda is, but I think Rhoda is a good person. I think her intentions for the people she's serving are good. But sometimes in life, it takes experience and it takes just looking at life through a more mature lens to change and do things a little differently. And I think with time, Rhoda will get there. You know, I remember when Andrew Holness came in and said that under the PNP, every time the PNP is in power, crime rises. As if to say crime never went up under the JLP. The data shows that under both parties, crime rose. And that statement, when Andrew Holness made it, it came back to haunt him. Because why? Crime also went up under his administration. Under the JLP, over the decades, crime went up as well. And then Andrew Holness looked at the situation from a more mature lens in 2020, after his first term, and had to say to the Jamaican people, right now at this point in time, we do not have the tools and we're not equipped to fix crime. So I've got to go back to the drawing board, and I'm going to have to, come up with a bigger and better plan and idea to make Jamaica equipped to deal with crime. And he's done it. He's doing it with the help of his security minister and the police commissioner. It's working. In Rhoda's case now, you hear she just talk about the PNP being a bulldozer. Well, people will come and say that this government bulldozer down people house over, where place name, over Bernard Lodge, although the people, I think some of them got their houses back, and there were talks that those lands were being sold illegally and all sort of things. So you have to be careful when you go on the political platform and you're speaking. Don't be extreme. Don't be talking things that will come back to haunt you. You have to be measured in what you are saying. That's one of the things about maturity, is that it's such a beautiful thing because it makes you a much better person in terms of how you deliver yourself. And it's great, So I'm hoping that Rhoda will get there. But besides that, everything else that she said with all her passion was on point. Remember, guys, someone not gonna come in at the comments. I'm not gonna like to hear this, especially those who support the Jamaica Labour Party. Who not gonna say every single thing what she say is true. Over here is a balanced platform, right? So, you know me, I go split justice and, be balanced. And I like doing that. I don't like tribalism. I don't like, things when it makes sense. I understand that she was speaking to a GLP audience, but you tend to lose people when you come out and you sound too tribal. Only notice Andrew Holness has matured so much. Right now, when you listen to Andrew Holness speak, he is speaking to Jamaica. You understand, people? Andrew Holness used to come out when he did much younger and a little less experienced. He used to come out and sound almost the same, extreme more time, and say some things that sound too tribal for my liking. But now, I see Andrew Holness as a balanced person who is serving Jamaica and the Jamaican people, rather than just the Jamaica Labour Party supporters or getting up every day or any day and trying to demonize the PNP or its history in any unfair way. Like I said, both parties, and the Prime Minister said this too, both parties have made some positive contribution to the development of Jamaica, and both parties have faltered along the way. Some may argue that one party faltered more than the other, and that's okay. That's a healthy conversation and debate to have. But to come out and say one party only bulldoze and destroy come on, man. Let us not go there with the extremism. I know there's an election on the way, but let us keep a level head. This right here that we're looking at, we talk about PJ Patterson's time in office. And you see, what we get for realizing, guys, a government is going to perform as good as the cabinet that they put together. And I am learning this more and more, especially now with me say Andrew Holness, Dr. Andrew Holness is performing. You cannot have a cabinet that you are, first of all, not monitoring, not holding accountable, and not putting people there who are going to perform to the best of their ability. That is the problem. You cannot have people who are underminers and saboteurs, political scavengers, people who are just there to make money and fatten them own pockets and boost their own national profile and business. You cannot have people like those. That is the dilemma that the PNP is facing now. And that is why when you hear me talk over here and everybody else said these guys who are leading the PNP now, they are no good. They pose a threat to the country. Nothing wrong with saying that, Dr. Phillips not going to Parliament forever and then showing up here. It's one of the poorest decisions that he has made. It not look good for Cho. And I don't know how Dr. Phillips made these people draw him out to go and do this on their watch. It's ridiculous. It not look good. Losing credibility as you're, leaving the political arena. This is terrible, As for Rhoda, I wouldn't want to see her change her passion or, the way that she speaks to the people. Don't ever change that. It's working. You have the attention of people when you're speaking. The only thing I'm saying here, don't be extreme and don't be tribal. That's it. That's the only modification that Rhoda Crawford can make to the way she presents. Guys, I want to listen to this PNP man from down at St. Elizabeth. Remember, then go conference, the PNP, then go conference at St. Elizabeth when I hear down at Scotty. Hear what this PNP man had to say.
Sorry.
How do you mean in junction?
Yeah, in junction with Mark Golden. Shaky.
Bad.
Yeah, I was there on the first one.
Yes.
Behind KFC.
Yes.
And 40 people was there. And one day I noticed him shaky. And now this visit with by Mark Golden 6 times now.
6 times.
And it's worse. So Frank with a car with his landslide.
So what
I want to send a message to Mark Golden right now. If you want to win the seat in South Elizabeth, call back for him. Ian Stevenson and get to the Raman Scott. Send him back to Spanish Town.
Okay, great.
I'll get him.
So how the meeting in Bulls have? How the meeting in Bulls?
The appetite from Congo, I don't have the mind to go over there. I know it's flop. But I got about 7 people.
He's talking about this meeting. Boy, only if the PNP them would just come to their senses. I have never witnessed a more waste of political time. This is the biggest waste of political time ever seen in the history of politics, Them people here, nobody no excited, nobody no inspired, And it just amazes me that it's taking so long, for them to see it. That they don't have a leader. They do not have a man with any life. They have sucked the life out of the organization. And Jamaica needs both political organizations functioning. They sucked the life and energy out of our tradition in how we politic in Jamaica. Anyway, guys, this is Jamaica Politics Uncovered. Make sure you're keeping it locked here. Guys, if you have not subscribed, please do. I'm trying to get us to 50,000 subscribers this year. We're at about 33 point something thousand now. Invite all of your friends and your family to come over here and subscribe. Yeah, man. So thank you for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.
Jamaica Politics Uncover. Pick up yourself because you don't know you will discover. Lord of mercy, hey. Some a say that them a dieting, and them a suffer to hell no rotted. Them a say that them a dieting, and them a suffer to hell no rotted.